I got a piece of aluminum. I actually just got done welding this thing up. I'm gonna just level onto you real quick. This is not clean. Nothing has been acid washed. Nothing has been done to this except for taking a hand grinder, which has a typical grinding disc, not no stainless anything, just your typical what you would normally do to grind steel to clean it up with. I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna pick probably here, right here. This is good spot right in here. I even got good old dirty gloves. Give that a good old rubbing on there. But I'm gonna show you a good little trick. All you got to do, and the cleaner the material, the better it'll ball up and the better it'll look aesthetically. You will get some porosity into it, but if you're just trying to just learn to weld it for aluminum, or you really don't know how to do it, the best thing I can tell you to do is just follow a simple little deal. You take your tungsten, you just go a hair away from it, maybe a quarter of an inch away. You want to stay into it until the metal starts to melt on the heat. You want to stay in the heat until the metal starts to melt. Once the metal starts melting is when you'll add your rod. Instead of when it melts, and then you go ahead and you'll push it forward, throw in rod, push it forward, throw in rod, push it forward, throw in rod, push it forward, throw in rod. What you're gonna do is when you get it hot, you're gonna lay into it on the heat to get it hot. Either you got a little hand connector up here, a little hand wheel, or on the floor you got a pedal that you can just take and work onto a pedal. But I like the pedal. We're going to stick with that right now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to light up the pedal. I'll run about a 2-inch deal down here from this hole, and I'm going to light up on the pedal, and I'm going to run a 2-inch bead. And what I'm going to do is heat it up, get it to where this metal's starting to melt. I'm going to shove my rod into it. I'm going to really lay into the pedal. I'm going to really get it heated up. Once that puddle starts balling up from me shoving that rod in, I'm going to back off on the heat. And then after I back off on the heat, I'm going to move forward. And then I'm going to lay into the heat. And then all this is going to remelt up, and then that's when I'm going to shove my rod in. And then after I get my puddle built up, I'm going to move forward. But before I move forward, I'm going to back the heat off. So back the heat off, move forward, lay in the heat. Back the heat off, move forward, lay in the heat. Every time I lay into the heat, I'm putting the rod in. Okay, this is dirty stuff. And this, I'm just going to show you that, if you want to weld it up, you can weld it up. But in order to get a good hot rod style beads, it can be done. But if this was much cleaner, this right here would blow your freaking mind. But this is good old dirty aluminum, and I'm going to go ahead and run about a 2-inch pass, and that'll be that. I'm going to lay in the heat. I'll put in my rod, fill it. I'll back my heat off, move forward, lay it in. Fill it with my rod, back the heat off a hair, lay it in. You just keep repeating. guys are probably thinking that well, if you let off the heat, it'll crack. Well, if you let off the heat entirely, you're damn right it's gonna crack. But if you back off that heat just enough so you can at least get it moving, that way it's not dragging around, it's staying where it's supposed to be, you'd be surprised on what kind of welds you can do. But just a little tip for you guys. Thanks for watching. You have a great day.